March 2018, Washington, D.C. Inside the Oval Office at the White House, Donald Trump picks up his pen and signs a single document, just one signature. But that moment didn't just stay inside that room. It sent shockwaves across the global economy. A tariff targeting $50 billion worth of Chinese goods. And just like that, the trade war had begun. But here's what most people don't realize: this wasn't just about tariffs. This wasn't just about trade. This was strategy. A calculated long-term plan designed to slow down one thing: China's rapid rise as a global economic superpower. And today, we're going deeper. Inside a hidden conflict, rarely explained, often misunderstood. The truth the media didn't fully reveal. A strategy that never really ended. Because even now, its impact is still being felt from the streets of Bangladesh to the markets of India. Economic war, the term sounds simple. But in reality, it can be more dangerous than traditional war. No bombs, no missiles, but millions and billions of people's lives are affected. When the trade war started between Trump and Xi Jinping in 2018, the whole world thought this was a temporary dispute. A negotiation between two countries. Tariffs will increase a little, decrease a little, then everything will be fine. But no, this was something much deeper. A new kind of Cold War, where the weapons are technology, data, manufacturing, and supply chain control. The question is, why did Trump start this war? What had China done that made America so aggressive? And most importantly, has this war ended, or is it taking an even bigger form? To understand this story, we need to go back to 2001, when China joined the World Trade Organization, or WTO. At that time, America thought, if we bring China into the global economy, they will become more democratic. Free market means free society. Right, that was wrong. China entered the WTO, but followed the rules their own way. China's strategy was simple but effective. First, with cheap labor, it became the world's factory. The Made in China label spread across the entire world. Second, if foreign companies wanted to do business in China, they had to do technology transfer. Meaning, give your secret technology to China, then we'll give you market access. And third, industrial espionage, intelligence operations. Chinese hackers started stealing blueprints from American companies. F-35 fighter jet design? Stolen. High-speed rail technology? Stolen. Medical research? Stolen. From 2001 to 2017, in just 16 years, China's GDP grew from $1 trillion to $12 trillion. The world's second largest economy, and on the path to surpassing America. But in 2015, China announced a plan, whose name was Made in China 2025. Made in China 2025. Sounds ordinary, an industrial policy. Many countries have them, but inside it was a huge ambition. China's goal was clear: to become #1 in the world in 10 key sectors. Which sectors? Artificial intelligence, robotics, aerospace, electric vehicles, biotechnology, advanced microchips, 5G technology. All these, and not just being good, complete dominance. 70% global market share in China's hands. Meaning, whatever key sectors of future technology exist, China will control them all. Alarm bells started ringing in Washington, because this meant America would no longer be the leader in technology. Military power also depends on technology. If China moves ahead in AI, microchips, robotics, then America's military advantage ends. And not just that. China was using unfair methods to achieve this goal. Government subsidies, billions of dollars. Chinese companies were getting free money from the government. How would American companies compete? Forced technology transfer. You want to do business in China? Give all your technology. Intellectual property theft. Cyber espionage. In 2017, Trump came to power, and in his team were some people who considered China America's biggest threat. Among them, Peter Navarro, trade advisor. For years, he had been writing about how China was deceiving America and Trump. He was a businessman. He was looking at the trade deficit. America was buying $500 billion worth of goods from China, and China was buying only $130 billion from America. A $370 billion deficit every year. Trump said, "This is unfair. This must end." But how? Early 2018. Secret meetings are happening at the White House. Trump, his trade team, national security advisors, everyone together creating a strategy. And here is the real story. What the media didn't cover: the strategy wasn't just about tariffs. This was a multi-layered attack, a comprehensive plan to stop China's rise. Layer 1, tariffs, the visible war. The first strike was tariffs. 25% tax on Chinese goods. Steel, aluminum, electronics, machinery, everything. China countered. Tariffs on American soybeans, pork, Boeing airplanes. The media showed only this. Two countries giving each other tariffs, trade war, but this was only surface level. Layer 2, technology blockade, the invisible war. The real war was in the technology sector. In 2018, America blacklisted Huawei. Why? National security threat. Huawei was supposedly spying for the Chinese government. But the real reason? Huawei was the world leader in 5G technology. If Huawei's 5G network spreads across the whole world, then future internet infrastructure would be under China's control. America didn't just ban Huawei itself, they pressured their allies. You banned them too. UK, Australia, Canada, Japan. Told everyone. ZTE, another Chinese telecom company. They were also banned, and the biggest blow, semiconductor ban. You know, the core of modern electronics is the microchip or semiconductor. Your phone, laptop, car, missile, fighter jet, everything needs chips. And the technology to make advanced chips exists with only a few countries. America, Taiwan, South Korea, Netherlands. China is trying to build its own chip industry, but they are still 10-15 years behind. The Trump administration made a rule. Any company that uses American technology to make chips cannot supply to China. What does this mean? TSMC, the world's largest chip manufacturer, is in Taiwan. They use American technology, so they cannot give chips to Huawei. In one strike, Huawei's smartphone business was almost finished. In 2020, smartphone national brand. In 2000, not even in the top 5. But China didn't just sit quietly. Xi Jinping is a strategic leader. He also started a counterattack. During the corona pandemic, the entire world understood how risky it is to depend on China. Medical supplies, masks, ventilators, everything comes from China. What if China shuts it down? The Trump administration started encouraging companies, get out of China, make factories in Vietnam, India, Mexico, Bangladesh. China plus one strategy. Keep one factory in China, but keep a backup in another country as well. 90% of Apple's iPhones were made in China at that time. Now, Apple is making factories in India, making in Vietnam, Nike, Adidas, Samsung. Everyone is diversifying. Financial pressure. Chinese companies were listed on American stock exchanges, taking billions of dollars from American investors. Trump said, you have to audit, you have to show your accounting. Chinese companies didn't agree. As a result, many Chinese companies received delisting threats. An Ant Group, Jack Ma's company, which was going to do a record-breaking IPO, that was stopped at the last moment. All this combined, this was a coordinated economic warfare. Tariff was just one tool. The real target was to stop China's technology advancement. But China didn't just sit quietly. Xi Jinping is a strategic leader. He also started a counterattack. Counter 1, rare earth dominance. You know what rare earth metals are. These special minerals that are needed in electronics, batteries, military equipment, everything. And 80% of the world's rare earth supply is under China's control. China threatened. You put tariffs on us, fine, we can stop rare earth exports. Your F-35 fighter jet production will stop. This was a powerful weapon. America understood. Their vulnerable point is here. Counter 2, American companies hostage Apple, Tesla, Boeing, Starbucks, Nike. All these American giants. Where's their biggest market? China. 20% of Apple's revenue comes from China. Tesla's gigafactory is in China. Boeing has thousands of airplane orders from China. China can pressure these companies, and these companies in turn lobby in Washington. They say, don't put too much pressure on China, our business will be ruined. Counter 3, Belt and Road Initiative. China has started a massive project, Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI. Through this, they are building infrastructure across Asia, Africa, Europe. Roads, ports, railways, power plants, all with Chinese loans with Chinese companies. Through this, many countries are falling into China's debt trap. They cannot repay the loans. As a result, China is increasing its influence over them. Sri Lanka's Hambantota port had to be leased to China for 99 years, unable to repay the debt. Counter 4, digital yuan and alternatives. China is developing a new weapon, digital currency, digital yuan or ECNY. Why is this important? Because currently international trade happens with the US dollar. The SWIFT payment system is under American control. If China creates an alternative payment system, then the dollar's dominance will decrease. This is a huge threat for America. Counter 5. Self-reliance push. The biggest counter strategy is self-reliance. China has understood they are vulnerable where they depend on foreign technology. So they have made Made in China 2025 even more aggressive. $1 trillion investment in the semiconductor industry to become self-sufficient in chip manufacturing. Maybe it will take 10 years, but China is determined. In this war, it's not just America and China. There are many hidden players who are benefiting from this conflict or suffering. Taiwan, the crucial battleground. Taiwan, a small island, but geopolitically the most important place right now. Why? Because TSMC is here. 90% of the world's advanced chips are made at TSMC. China considers Taiwan its own part. They want to reunify Taiwan, even by force if necessary. But America protects Taiwan. Because if China captures Taiwan, then TSMC will go into China's hands. meaning China will control the semiconductor supply. This is unacceptable for America. That's why there's so much tension over Taiwan. India, the rising alternative India, is benefiting the most from this conflict. Apple, Samsung, Google, everyone is making India a manufacturing hub. The alternate to China +1 is India. PLI scheme production linked incentive. The Indian government is giving incentives to companies to make factories in India. And India itself is also in a border conflict with China. In 2020, there was a clash in Ladakh. Soldiers died. So India is happy about the America-China conflict. They are positioning themselves as an American ally. Bangladesh, the silent beneficiary, and Bangladesh garments industry is our main export. And because of the US-China trade war, many Western brands are diversifying. Some orders are shifting from China to Bangladesh, Vietnam, Cambodia. This is an opportunity for us, but there are challenges too. Our infrastructure, power supply, political stability. These need to be improved. Now it's 2026. Trump has returned to power in 2025. And has the trade war ended? Not at all. Rather, it has taken on a new dimension. Biden-era continuation. 2021-2025. Joe Biden was in power. Many thought he would reverse Trump's policies. But no. Biden rather became more strict in some areas. CHIPS Act $52 billion investment for semiconductor manufacturing in America. Intel, TSMC are being given incentives to make factories in Arizona. Export controls have been tightened further. AI chips going to China stopped. NVIDIA's high-end GPUs that are used for AI training. China won't get those. Trump too. Zero the escalation. In 2025, Trump returned and took an even more aggressive stance. He said, 60% tariff on all Chinese products. This is much more than before. Attempt to ban TikTok started again, calling it a national security threat and more military support to Taiwan. The impact of this war is not limited to America-China only. The entire world is being affected. Global inflation. Prices have increased because of tariffs. American consumers are paying higher prices. A study says, average American family is spending $1,000 extra per year because of tariffs. Technology split two ecosystems. The technology sector is splitting into two ecosystems. On one side, American/Western ecosystem. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. On the other side, Chinese ecosystem. Alibaba, Tencent, Baidu, Huawei, and these two are separating. Chinese apps banned in America. American apps already blocked in China. In the future, maybe, there will be two separate internets. Western internet and Chinese internet. Climate change collaboration needed. The irony is, in the fight against climate change, both America and China are the most important. The two countries together do 40% of the world's carbon emissions. If they don't cooperate, Paris Agreement net zero targets, everything will fail. So where is the end of this story? Truth be told, this is just the beginning. This economic warfare will continue in the coming decades. Trump had started with tariffs, but this is now a much bigger strategic competition. Who will win? It's difficult to say. What is our lesson from this story? First, the era of globalization is ending. We are entering the era of strategic autonomy. Second, technology is the biggest power of the 21st century. Whoever has technology control has future control. Third, economic interdependence does not ensure peace. And fourth, for small countries, this is both a challenge and an opportunity. If a country like Bangladesh takes the right strategy, we can benefit from this great power competition. What Trump signed in 2018 was not just a tariff order. It was the beginning of a new era. And this war is also affecting your and my life. The question is, translation without any, are we ready for this change?